I actually saw this on TikTok earlier today. Shout out to Soups on TikTok. It says, according to Giant Freaking Robots source, the driving force behind Spider-Man 4 is Sony. The studio is hoping to capitalize on the MCU's multiverse exploits and Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire's participation in them. With Raimi directing Doctor Strange's foray into the multiverse of madness and Maguire rumored to reprise the Spidey role for the MCU, the stage could be set for a Raimi Maguire Spider-Man 4. There's more to this write-up if you want to go check it out. It's in the link down below. I heard about this, and Soups was kind of like summarizing everything. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this, just to kind of get warmed up. And you know what, Ryan, I want to start with you. Go for it. Go. How do you feel about this rumor?
I don't think there's any way that's going to happen. For one, I didn't hear any actual evidence.
Yeah.
The guy said fans are saying, but fans aren't saying. He's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they're going to do that.
Are you in the camp of Maguire definitely isn't coming back from Multiverse of Madness, or are you in the camp, because that's been rumored for months now?
No, I think that could happen for Multiverse and for the next actual MCU Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if those rumors were true, especially since haven't they already actually confirmed that Alfred Molina is coming back as a different version of Doc Ock, and Jamie Foxx is coming back as a different version of Electro. So it just makes sense if they're going to bring back those alternate universe guys, that it makes sense they would bring back some other Spider-Man, especially also they know how successful Into the Spider-Verse was.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me at all. But I don't think there's any reason for them to start making multiple concurrent Spider-Man, giving them their own movies. I think it would just end up diluting their brand. So no, I don't see that happening.
Okay. Caleb, what do you think?
Well, I'll start by saying, I'm fine with them. If they decided to make it, I wouldn't complain, because I'm not going to complain about having more content to watch. Like, it doesn't really actually hurt me. Like, it doesn't hurt me if they're making more stuff. If it's a good product or not, like, yeah, that's kind of a thing. But if they're going to make it, it's whatever. I don't really have an opinion on whether they should or shouldn't make it. It is funny just to kind of think about how old do you guys think Tobey Maguire is?
He's
got to be in his mid-40s.
40s.
Yeah, so mid-40s. He's 45 exactly. So it's just kind of interesting to think like what even route they could go with that wouldn't just be kind of rehashing what we already saw in like Into the Spider-Verse, where he's like married or he's divorced and like, kind of out of shape, and he's just, been doing this Spider-Man thing for way too long. It'd be, I don't know, interesting to see what they could do with it, but kind of in the same vein as Ryan, I just don't see it actually happening. Especially, when did Spider-Man 3 come out? Like 15 years ago?
Yeah, 2006.
Yeah, so it's been so long. I mean, I'd almost would rather see another like Michael Keaton Batman movie than another Tobey Maguire
Batman Beyond.
Well, that is happening actually. Michael Keaton's supposed to return for the Flash movie because it's a Flashpoint. It's like they're doing the Flashpoint movie, the Flashpoint paradox or whatever.
Well, yeah, but like in his own standalone movie though. Like I mean, that's what we're talking about here. It's a Spider-Man 4 movie. Like, I think that he's probably going to show up in the, next actual like Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, him having his own movie as a 45, 46, 47-year-old man, like, I don't know. It seems a little crazy, but I'm not going to complain if they actually decide to do it, because I'll watch it and I'll either laugh at it or enjoy it. It's whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well spoken. Rex?
Yeah, I like Spider-Man, so if it comes out, that's cool. But like,
that's some in-depth journalism right there.
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
That's a good opinion though. Like, it
is good. It's probably the healthiest opinion, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, because I'm trying not to be too fanatical one way or the other, but there are some reasons. There are some things that kind of make sense, as was mentioned in the article. Like, there's a good portion of there's probably, this is the weird thing to think about. There could be a good portion of MCU fans out there, younger fans, that may have never even seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, potentially. Also, there's such like a love, like some people think that Tobey Maguire is like the best Spider-Man. Whenever I think of Spider-Man, that's who I think of. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying that's who I think of.
I agree.
And it is what it is. It's just like that's burning my mind. It's like the first superhero besides Batman, right? That kind of shook things up. I personally, I honestly don't think it's going to happen. But if it did happen, and Sam Raimi's hot off the heels of a Multiverse of Madness movie, and I think it's more believable to see him do a Spider-Verse movie as Spider-Man 4 and just basically make the exact same movie or do something similar live action potentially. Go ahead, Caleb.
I'm sorry, is Raimi doing the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie or not the actual Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
The No Way Home movie or whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's
doing the Doctor Strange one.
Okay. Yeah, but and that was been the thing forever is that Tobey Maguire was rumored. That's where I think the rumor originally started was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was going to appear in Multiverse of Madness, and then
I had that backwards. I thought he was going to be in No Way Home.
Well, and then the rumor kind of spiraled more. It's like, no, actually, it's some leak somewhere or something is like, no, he's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie whenever the Spider-Man movie surfaced. So, and then I've heard some rumors that say he might be in both, which that's kind of, I think, where this thing is coming from is like, oh, well, if he's going to be in both movies, there's a chance for him to be in both movies. Tobey Maguire must be getting his own Spider-Man movie. I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. The fan in me who loves those movies, or at least loves the first movie, because the second movie's trash and so is the third movie. It would be cool. It'd be cool to see Raimi and Tobey Maguire reunite, but I don't know. I don't know if it's ever really going to happen. I hope Multiverse of Madness is cool, and I hope the new Spider-Man movie is cool. It would be nice. And I think, as mentioned in the article too, there was a kind of lackluster ending to that trilogy. So it would be nice to give Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man a nice send off. And it's like, okay, this is the end, but I just don't know, to your point, Caleb, I just don't know how they would do it. You know what I mean? Like, and make it good. So I don't know, but anyways,
there's one way they could do it. Is if they did a movie where essentially they kind of did similar to what they did in Spider-Verse, where Peter ends up dying in battle and Miles Morales ends up taking over partway through the movie. That could be a way to send Peter off in a kind of a heroic way.
Oh, that'd be rad.
In that universe.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
I'm not saying they'll do that. I'm saying if you're going to do it, that would probably be the way you could do it, that it would have modern meaning.
Well, and if you did do it that way, then you'd have live action Miles, then you'd have a Miles Morales Sony movie. Basically, that could be, they were like, okay, obviously the MCU Spider-Man's there. We need our own Spider-Man. Let's do Miles, but that would kind of take away from the Spider-Verse movies. Would it not? Yeah. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, well, not just the Spider-Verse movies, but I think we're going to get Miles eventually in the MCU too, because they already hinted at that with the, Donald Glover as the Prowler and, Homecoming. So yeah, I can't wait to see Miles Morales like in a movie, but I think it would make the most sense, like in a live action movie, but it'd make most sense. And I'd like to see him most in an MCU movie. That'd be coolest to me, but that's just me.
Whatever possessed you to check out the podcast or the YouTube channel today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If this is your first time here, I would appreciate it, if you would consider subscribing. As you can tell, it's not just me here anymore. I mean, I do stuff by myself, but the podcast is going to reside here from now on, in video form. So if you want to see more content, if you want to be notified, every time we post something, whether it be a clip, a podcast, a review, an interview, whatever it may be, if it's gaming stuff, make sure you click that bell and hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Thanks for sticking around, and thank you for preparing yourselves for a plethora of hot takes and potentially unpopular opinions. I'm Gabriel Fast. I will always be the Wannabe Critic.